Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to TEW 2020, where we're taking charge of NXT. If you haven't noticed that from the previous episodes, then where have you been? Since we last met, we've got Jeff Cobb in, we've got Marty Scurll in, and we've got Heath Slater in. Heath Slater's going to be a heel. Yeah, he's a better heel. Like it says here, amazing heel. And I worked out the proportion of heels leaving to faces leaving, and there's a lot more heels leaving. Plus, it would be quite cool to see Heath Slater as a heel. It'll probably do a similar thing to what Finn Balor did, which was pretend to be a face and then stab everyone in the back. Yeah. Oh, he's under a handshake deal. Did I want that? I don't know if I wanted that. I don't know. What's everyone else on then? What's Marty Scurll on? He's underwritten. Okay. What's Jeff Cobb under? Written. Okay, maybe just Heath Slater didn't want a full contract. Maybe that's what it is. Better be what it is. Otherwise I'm stupid. But yeah, we've had no other call-ups, nothing like that going on, thank God. So we've just got to deal with that. But yeah, nothing really happened in the time that we met. Obviously I've still got a day to fast forward, so something still could go horribly wrong. We're in debt, which is not great, but the balance was like the current finances is minus this, and we only lost $5,000, so I think we were always in debt, which is fine. I don't mind that as much, especially with the big contracts leaving. I'm fine with that. So yeah, let's just skip a day, see what happens, and hopefully nothing bad happens. Fingers crossed. Oh brilliant, nothing happened. Thank God for that. Any big shows I want to take a look at? I don't think so. I always have a look at the news because sometimes it's just, it comes up with like a hot prospect, this, that and the other, and so it like really interesting. So Sasha Banks was on main event. Why the hell was Sasha Banks on main event? That's a really good match. I don't know why. There's some good matches on there, to be fair. Big Show segment only 65 says a lot, doesn't it? But yeah, let's skip forward. I'm going to book the show. Nothing bad seems to be happening, so yeah, it gives me time to just do what I wanted to do for once. So yeah, I'm going to book the show and then I'll come back to you and tell you what's going on. Right, so yeah, we've booked the show, we've done everything. Another show I'm really happy with, as someone said in the comments on the last video, you know, the people getting called up means that eventually this is going to turn into my NXT. The people who were built up as major stars will be the people that I've had to build up, and it's basically going to be mine rather than taking over what someone else has done already. So yeah, it's starting to look like my show. The only thing I'm disappointed with at the moment is the tag team division isn't really developing, but that's partly due to everyone in singles feuds having to being called up, so that means that I have to deal with those first before I move on to the tag team division. Eventually I'll build a really good one, I promise, but right now all the focus is on singles because that's where everything is happening. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy it. So we start off the night with with probably the best segment we've ever had. 78 rated segment, Keith Lee and Adam Cole talking, and Keith Lee's like, I accept the open challenge, and that's the main event. 78 rated segment. This could be a really good show already. Then we have a 44 rated match. Yeah, this is all. Oh, they didn't team well. So it's Drake Maverick and Jordan Devlin versus the Cartel. I made the Cartel win. Now I know a lot of the time in these feuds in real life, the team of Maverick and Devlin would win, but as I said, with the tag team division, I want tag teams to be better than non-tag teams, and that's exactly what this is. This is a non-tag team. This is a non-tag team facing a tag team, so they should win, and that's exactly what happened. They pinned Drake Maverick, who in the feud is meant to be the weakest out of all the 3 singles guys, so that's how we're going to put him across. Devlin is the champion, and I think if Devlin gets pinned, it overcomplicates things, because the way I like to do it is similar to the way AEW do something, which is if the champion gets pinned, that person who pinned them gets a championship shot. That would just confuse things in this situation, so I want to eradicate that. So that's exactly what I did. I have to turn Joaquin Wilde and Rayo Mendoza heel, so that's probably what brought down the segment, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's not going to go well, these changes, but I have to do it. So here we go. That one. Oh, what's gone on? Initial rating of great. This rating is likely to rise over time. Oh, brilliant. Lovely stuff. Turn didn't go particularly well though. As long as the gimmick was good, that's what matters to me. And a very good for the understudy gimmick. Losses hurt momentum more than usual. Okay. So there's pros and cons of the gimmicks are dependent on who they're on. That's very interesting as well. I like that. I like that a lot. But the turn didn't go very well. But that's all sorted now. All the turns are done in this feud, so that's sorted. I just forgot to turn them, that's all. Then the next segment, brilliant. So Escobar says that he's taken the title even if he has to go through both of them. I know he's already gone through Maverick, but I'm building to a triple threat at the pay-per-view. So I think the Escobar Devlin match, there's going to be one of those in the build-up, to which then Drake Maverick is going to interfere and obviously stop the Cartel from interfering. And you get where I'm going with this. But yeah, Escobar looked magnificent, which is good. I want this feud to really do well. I want the cruiserweights to develop as well. I want every title to matter. So hopefully we're on the road to that. Then I had Velveteen Dream and Kathy Kelly having an interview, to which Kathy Kelly is obviously asking, is the Dream okay? You know, you can't compete for the title, but obviously if Keith Lee wins the title, or if anyone wins the title, then obviously you can go for that title. So he's talking about that, and Dream looks a bit out of it. He's not 100% sure. And decent segment though, so not too worried about that. Then I have this match, the debut of Dio Maddin. I really wanted this. Dio Maddin looks awesome. I want him to do well, and when he was on commentary I liked him. Now he wants to go into wrestling, I want to push him. So the best way to do that was put him in this final match with Karrion Kross and have him last the longest, which he did. It was a 52 rating match as well. Yeah, it was just brilliant. Yeah, hopefully that improves Dio Maddin's thing. And then here it is. Oh wait, what's this? Debuted a new spot that got great heel heat. Okay, that doesn't matter because he's leaving anyway. And here it is. Triple H tells Kross he can leave, but not with Scarlett, and obviously Kross leaves. So yeah, that leaves Scarlett open to manage someone. I know who it's going to be. I'm going to leave it open, but I know who it's going to be. Then we have Charlotte Flair in a segment where she's cutting a promo on Io Shirai just before her match. Her match was with Indy Hartwell. I thought I'd put Indy Hartwell in the segment and on TV just to improve her popularity, because she has really good stats. She looks great. So yeah, I want her to do well. So that's the best way of doing it. And then the match, oh, it's better than I thought. It's better than I thought. So I thought this match was going to be like 50 rated, if that. But 58, that's awesome. Indy Hartwell with 25, she's got 0 pop, so that's awesome. Charlotte Flair with 62, which is really good as well. Yeah, that's great. The show's doing really well. Talking about doing really well, Dunn versus Thatcher. So Dunn is found in a heap on the ground. They were meant to possibly have a match tonight, but Dunn is found in a heap on the ground. Shawn Michaels and Jon Stewart find him, and yeah, I've put Shawn Michaels and Jon Stewart in just to lift that rating a little bit more, and it seems to have worked, thank God. Damn it, this Cruiserweight feud struggling, but I'm going to keep going with it. So Nice is going out to face Kishida, but Jack Gallagher tells him that he's distracted from the problem. Obviously the problem is Isaiah Swerve Scott, so it's all working off of that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down who struggles off script, just to either put them on a script in future or just to know what segments are going to do well and bad. So I'm going to end up writing them all down just to see who doesn't work well with script. So yeah, it will just help me, it just helps me that little bit more. Next segment was Nice versus Kishida. Nice did really well actually, Kishida did well as well. Good matches, as long as they're producing good matches in the Cruiserweight division, I'm not too worried. Yes, their promos aren't great, but their promos will just get better over time. It's more their matches that are going to increase this, the prestige of the title and stuff. But yeah, good segment, 56 rated. Next one, this is what I mean by not really focusing on the tag team division, because this feud's taken a back seat. Well, this feud's taken a back seat recently, and it's just a promo between both of them. Imperium, I thought Imperium both struggled, but apparently it's only Fabian Eichner that struggles, and Roderick Strong struggles. I didn't think he would struggle, because he's awesome in real life without a script. So yeah, I don't, unless they do have a script in real life, I don't really know. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this is a Rhea Ripley promo. It's kind of like one of those cinematic promos where, you know, it's talking about her past and this, that and the other. 65 rated, really good promo. It's just talking about her descent and how she feels, this, that and the other, and an apology to Mercedes Martinez, this, that and the other. So it's just a promo all about her. So yeah, that did well. This didn't do well. Okay. So what I did is a weapons match. Basically, there was no DQ match, unfortunately. So I just went with a weapons match to increase the prestige of the match, sort of thing. But apparently they don't like weapons matches, so that's great. Brilliant. So that's gonna make things harder for future feuds, just because the weapons matches is a stereotypical increase. So, but then we have Priest stands up at the end of the match as Tyler Breeze is celebrating outside the ring and declares that next week they are having a last man standing match. So that should be awesome. That's also Tyler Breeze's last match in the company. So yeah, brilliant. Then we have a Ciampa confronts Gargano and is like, he's gifted opportunities, he lost at the pay-per-view, yet he's gifted this one, and Regal goes up to him and goes, whatever championship Keith Lee has, if it's the North American or the main title, next week they're having a number one contenders match for it. So it builds that a little bit more. It's like, will Keith Lee win, will he not? Because if he doesn't win, there's still a number one contenders match ready to decide who his next challenger is. So yeah, I think that's a good build, to be honest with you. Oh, it's only 61. It's only 61. Oh, I'm disappointed in that. Keith Lee with a 71 rated, Cole with a 64. I know it only went 19 minutes, but I put it to like a steal the show match. Why didn't that go so well? I don't understand. That's a bit annoying. It should have been better than that. But yeah, 61 rated is still good. It just, I feel like it could have gone above, especially when both of their ratings are above it. Maybe I should have just gone what I did last week with a really long match, but hey ho. And then the main event segment was Keith Lee celebrating his victory in the ring at the end of the show. Yeah, it's a good show. What rating is it going to get? 63 rated. I think we had 64 last week, so 63 this week. With a worse main event. The main event flopped a little. Well, it didn't flop, but it didn't do as well as last week's. But 63 rated, still great. Increased our popularity in regions. Really happy with that. That builds them for next week, which I think is the no, next week's not proper Farewell Wednesday. So next week's got a few farewells to Breeze, Balor, are the two that it's gonna say bye-byes to. Gargano, Ciampa, it's the end of that feud next week. So there's a few of those, and then I've obviously got the mini pay-per-view card, to which there's a lot of really good matches going on there. Yeah, I know who's going to take the titles and stuff, so I'm really happy with this. What did Dynamite get? 65, that was so close. That is so close. I'm telling you now, we're catching them up with this. We're catching them up. That's awesome. I'm chuffed with that. Really am chuffed with that. So they got a 0.82 TV rating. What was ours? Ours was a 1.18. So we should be winning TV ratings every week. Thank God. Cody was the star. Our show was awesome apparently. Fans amazed by Karrion Kross. What's this? So one of the highlights of NXT last night was when Karrion Kross popped the crowd with an amazing new move. NXT fans were buzzing about it. Have been buzzing about it since its debut and giving its reaction. Oh wow, brilliant. What's this? Oh, okay, so this is a random guy on the independent scene that is said to be decent. So I want to take him on a handshake deal, put him in a couple of matches, maybe a couple of squash matches, see how he does. So yeah, and what's this? Oh no, William Regal's going. I'm going to need a new GM. How do they find other people to call up? I don't know how they manage it. Brilliant. That means we're going to have to find a new GM, which obviously I'll do off camera and stuff, but yeah, really good show again. We're improving on our popularity and our size should slowly be going up. So yeah, our size is going up now, even in America, which is a good sign. So then you've got Britain. We've got on 36 now. So yeah, they're slowly going up, all the regions, which is good. So yeah, now we're building that. We should go up to a medium size at some point. But yeah, I'm really chuffed. I think we've got a lot to get through. A lot to check out and a lot of debuts to do in the future. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions, please put them down in the comments down below. Obviously this is your series as well as mine, so if you're like, oh, this person's really good in the ring, check them out, or this person would be a good GM, that's a good one to look at right now, is good GMs. Please put them down in the comments below. It really does help me. Hit that like button if you like this video. It does help me out. It helps promote this series and helps me know whether you like it or not, more than, you know, all the other things of just watching it. Hitting that like button does help. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.